I thought they were done for good. That's what one fan screamed on social media just minutes after a jaw-dropping photo surfaced online showing Yu Long and young Mei Mei, once one of the most talked about celebrity couples in Asia, having an intimate dinner at the most expensive restaurant in the city. But here's the kicker, this dinner wasn't part of any PR stunt. It was real, it was private, and it was never meant to be seen. At exactly 8:43 p.m., paparazzi cameras captured the couple walking side by side into Celeste Luxe, a restaurant so exclusive it requires a background check and personal invitation to enter. Young Mei Mei looked elegant in a flowing sapphire gown, while Yu Long wore a sleek designer suit that screamed, "I'm not here to hide." They weren't looking around nervously. They looked like two people deeply comfortable with each other, a waiter who served them confessed anonymously. As photos hit social media, fans went wild. Wait, are they back together? Didn't they just break up last month? I knew this wasn't over. They were too real. According to a source inside the restaurant, Yu Long held young Mei Mei's hand across the table as they spoke softly over a candlelit meal. At one point, he pushed her hair behind her ear, the source added. She smiled like she hadn't smiled in weeks. And then, the moment that set the internet ablaze, Yu Long stood up mid-dinner and whispered something into her ear, causing her to tear up and nod. What did he say? No one knows for sure, but the body language told a story too powerful to ignore. The most shocking part, when their dessert was brought out, a custom chocolate sculpture of a ring box with both their initials carved into it. Was it a proposal, a symbolic gesture, or something else entirely? Young Mei Mei was seen covering her mouth in surprise and laughing. Yu Long simply smiled. She said yes to something, one fan speculated. And I don't think it was dessert. Twitter, Weibo, and Instagram exploded. Pound Yu Mei returns trended worldwide. They're soulmates. That's it. I said what I said. Fan account. Why am I crying like I was invited to the dinner? Another comment. Even fellow celebrities couldn't keep quiet. One anonymous actress who worked with Yu Long said, if they're together again, it proves real love still exists in this industry. Some fans are asking if this reunion is real or just temporary nostalgia. After all, their breakup just months ago was surrounded by rumors, conflicting schedules, and someone else's name being mentioned. Could this dinner mean forgiveness? Or is it a last farewell? Insiders claim that Yu Long and young Mei Mei had been meeting in secret for weeks, and this dinner may have been the soft launch of their return. The chocolate sculpture with their initials still sat untouched between them, but the emotional energy at the table was undeniable. Yu Long leaned in closer and quietly asked, "Do you remember what you told me in this exact restaurant 2 years ago?" Young Mei Mei smiled softly, eyes shimmering. "I said if we ever came back here, we'd have to be braver." He nodded. "So let's be brave now." Just as fans thought that was the climax, Yu Long pulled out a small velvet pouch from his coat pocket. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't dramatic, but when he placed it gently in front of her, young Mei Mei froze. "You kept it," she whispered, clearly emotional. Inside was a charm bracelet she had once given him, years ago, when they were secretly dating. The charms represented moments in their love story, their first script, a microphone, a tiny airplane, and a star. But he'd added a new one. "This one's for today," he said, showing her a heart charm engraved with the word, rebuild. Though the restaurant had cleared out for privacy, one server reportedly overheard fragments of their conversation, enough to drive fans wild. "I didn't stop loving you. I just stopped believing you wanted me in your future," Yu Long said, voice low and serious. "I did," Young replied. "I just didn't know how to choose between love and my career. So choose now," he said. "Let's stop pretending we're okay apart." The server said after a long silence. Young Mei Mei wiped a tear, looked Yu Long in the eyes, and said the words fans never expected, "Then let's do this right this time." At around 10:17 p.m., Yu Long and young Mei Mei were spotted exiting through a private back door, but a few dedicated fans had been waiting patiently outside Celeste Luxe. They managed to snap blurry but unmistakable photos of the two, holding hands. One fan video caught them smiling, with Young gently resting her head on his shoulder as they got into the same black car. They didn't speak to the media, the fan noted, but their body language said more than any interview could. By the time they arrived home, Social media had exploded. Pound You My Bok Together was trending globally. News outlets began running with headlines like, You Long and young Mei Mei spotted in emotional reunion, love rekindled. Even some celebrity friends chimed in on Instagram with heart emojis and cryptic captions like, Told You'll Love, always finds its way back. Just as Yu Long and young Mei Mei arrived at his private residence, Young received a call. She hesitated when she saw the name flash on the screen, Director Lin, Untitled Romance Project. She looked at Yu Long, unsure. This is the film that made me choose between us last time. He gently took the phone and said, then this time, let them wait. Love goes first. Young Mei Mei let the call ring out, and fans everywhere took a collective breath. But the night wasn't over. Moments later, a black car pulled into the driveway behind them. Yu Long looked confused. Young Mei Mei's expression changed. Who is that? He asked. She turned slowly. That might be someone I never told you about. The car's engine purred for a moment before shutting off. Neither Yu Long nor young Mei Mei moved. The atmosphere, once tender and hopeful, now felt tight with tension. Yu Long narrowed his eyes as the car door opened. Out stepped a woman, tall, elegant, and unmistakably familiar. Li Shiwei, Yu Long whispered, stunned. Young Mei Mei lowered her gaze, her shoulders tensing. Yes, it was Li Shiwei, the rising actress from Yu Long's last film. Rumors had long swirled about her supposed closeness with Yu Long during his post-breakup period. He had denied everything. But now, at this hour, at his home, her presence sparked a wave of doubt. Li Shiwei didn't hesitate. She walked straight up the steps and stopped a few feet from them. You weren't answering your calls, Yu Long, she said, her voice calm but cold. I had to see you in person. I need closure. Closure from what? Young asked, stepping protectively beside Yu Long. Li Shiwei looked at her. You really don't know, do you? She turned to Yu Long. Tell her, or I will. Yu Long clenched his jaw. Nothing happened between us, and you know it. Li Shiwei laughed bitterly. Then why did you come to my apartment the night they announced your breakup? The silence that followed felt like thunder. Young Mei Mei looked shaken. Her hand fell away from Yu Long's. Is that true? She whispered. Yu Long took a deep breath. Yes, I went to her place. But not for what you think. I was drunk, heartbroken, and I left after 10 minutes. I never even sat down. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because I thought it didn't matter anymore, he said, eyes pleading. But it clearly does now. Young Mei Mei didn't yell. She didn't cry. She simply looked at him with an unreadable expression and said, I need time, Yu Long. I can't walk into something again without knowing the whole story. And with that, she turned and walked away, not back to her car, but down the street, alone. Yu Long started to follow her, but paused. He turned to Li Shiwei. You came here to ruin something. I hope you got what you wanted. Li Shiwei didn't respond. She simply got back into her car and drove off. Photos from the restaurant had just begun to fade from trending lists when new images surfaced. Young Mei Mei walking alone through the city at night. Yu Long pacing outside his home at 3 a.m. Li Zhu's car leaving his driveway. Fans were divided. Was Yu Long hiding more? Had Mei Mei made a mistake by trusting him again? Love is never simple, one fan commented. But this feels like a movie plot now. At 7:42 a.m. Young Mei Mei posted a single Instagram story, a close-up of her old charm bracelet, with the new, rebuild, charm circled. Caption, still deciding. 2 hours later, Yu Long shared a black and white photo of her walking away under streetlights. His caption, I'll wait, as long as it takes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for exciting updates on your favorite celebrities.